Hi everybody, it's so nice to be back. I've had like 2 weeks not teaching classes, and I'm telling you, I'm missing teaching my classes. So as usual, what's the first thing you gotta do when you get on the class? You gotta get oily. So I am starting first right away with some peppermint essential oil because I love it, because it makes our brain work better, because we have more clarity, because it's warm and delicious and cuddly, right? It's just one of those oils for me. So I'm grabbing several drops of peppermint, and I'm getting it all up on my neck, putting it in my hair so I can walk around and I can sniff like that. Right? Hello, hi guys. So glad to have everybody on with me. So I got peppermint going on, and let's see, I'm gonna grab, what's the next one you guys know I'm gonna be getting? You know, I'm going to be getting my wintergreen because I got to get my wintergreen on every single day. So I got my wintergreen, and I think I'm going to do a whole bunch today. Whole bunch. You know why? Because it makes you feel so nice and cuddly, and it makes your body feel cool. It just cools you off, and I'm loving it because you know what? If I could have this window open behind me, it is sunny and beautiful and gorgeous because I think it's really here. I think spring is really here. Forget that it snowed a little bit ago. Thank you. Yes, I got my hair cut. I got cut off a lot more than I expected, but I'm loving it because it's curling again. So I absolutely love it. Let's see, what else am I going to put on? Actually, I'm going to wait for some of the other ones because I want you guys to apply them during the class. So if you have your bag of oils or your Aroma Complete, go in there and grab some turmeric. Get out ginger, get out, what else we're going to do today? We're going to do some clove, we're going to do some fennel, and we're going to talk about them. That way you guys can actually apply them while we're talking about some of the amazing benefits of these oils. So today's class is on our amazing Master Formula dietary supplement. So just by some likes, tell me who all is already using our Master Formula. Just pound it. Let me see some likes on there. Let me see who's using this stuff. This stuff is amazing. If you have not, it is a beautiful morning, Nikki. I agree with you. If you have not already started playing with our Master Formula, you really need to do it. This is one of those that's going to kind of fill in all the blanks because they're, yeah, see all my likes. I love it. Yeah, you guys are loving on your Master Formula. I knew you were. When you use Master Formula, this is going in and filling all the tiny little pieces. See, what I eat, what you eat, how you grew up, how I grew up, they're completely different. And so what that means is a lot of the times when we have these things that people say, it's hereditary, my mother had it, my sister had it, my brother had it. Some of what we have to realize is that means that your mother, your brother, your sister, and you all ate the same things growing up. You all lived in the same environment where your body had to use different items out of your body because your body uses vitamins and it uses minerals and it uses all of these little things that we're talking about as building blocks to build you. And when you don't have those tiny building blocks, your body can't take care of itself. So this Master Formula is a way to fill in all those tiny missing pieces. Yes, it is in stock. This is an amazing supplement. It's almost always in stock. It's one that comes and goes a little bit, but it's one you're going to fall in love with. And it's completely different from any other vitamin, the multi, one a day, those. This is completely different. This is a completely different formula. So first thing you need to know is this is a full spectrum, multi-nutrient complex providing all your vitamins, your minerals, and your food-based nutriments. Nutriments are actual nourishing. They help to rebuild your cells. That's what a nutriment is. And it supports overall general health. It supports well-being, mental clarity, energy, focus, and it's in a synergistic suspension isolation. Synergistic suspension isolation. What that means is some nutrients, when they are encapsulated together, they actually counter each other. They're not as powerful. They're not as strong. So what Young Living did is they took our multivitamin and they separated it into 4 separate pieces. So you get this one little sachet, and in that sachet you're going to have 4 different pills, and we're going to talk about them individually so you can see what each one does and why Young Living separated them. So like we have all of our fat-soluble vitamins together in their fatty base so we can get the most absorption from them. Thank you, Julie. So it's all in there that way way, so it really supports your body and it's more effective. So it's in 4 separate, plus can you imagine how big the pill would have to be, right? Who's going to honk down that? So it's in 4 separate pieces so you can get the best base for it. Now our master formula naturally supports just general health. So across the board, just feeling good, feeling strong, feeling energetic, having good thoughts, good memory, being able to focus. Overall, just well-being for your whole body. It also has in there gut flora prebiotics. So it's the prebiotics to feed all that good flora and all that microbiome that we talk about all the time, and all these critters that live inside us doing all of these amazing things. This helps to support that. It's the food for it. It's already in there. It also has ingredients that neutralize free radicals, that damage that we have all the time just from breathing. Everybody take a deep breath. Yep, you just got some free radical damage going on. And so these nutrients, these supplements that we put in, they go back. Thank you. You guys are awesome. They go in and they help to support the body and give the partnership. So when a free radical comes in, it takes a molecule, it takes one piece. And so you have this free radical running around doing its thing, and an antioxidant gives back the pair. So now it's a whole again, and that's what an antioxidant is, and that's what's in our master formula. We've got antioxidants, we've got vitamins, we've got minerals. You guys, so many of you, I talk about Mineral Essence all the time, which is an amazing product, but a lot of you don't like the taste, so you won't take it. But you're missing out on these itty bitty minerals that your body just has to have. It's missing parts and pieces. So when you take your master formula, you're getting a lot of those small minerals that do amazing things. Some of these minerals help our heart to beat like it's supposed to because your body needs it. Some of them give TLC to your eyes, your skin, all these different things, and we need the different parts and pieces. And this is all packaged together, 4 little things. And remember, it also has food-based nutriments, and I'm going to go a little bit more into that of what that is. It is also, all this whole package is vegetarian friendly. It has no preservatives, no artificial stimulants. So the energy you have, do you know what it is? That energy is you actually having the nutrients, the parts and pieces, so your body can function like it's supposed to. So nothing's added. It is bovine and porcine free. It has no artificial colors. I mean, this is when you see the red and the colors that are in there, that's because we have the nutrients, the foods that are actually giving the color. And again, that synergistic suspension isolation, SSI, really important to understand that. This is how we're able to package them in separate pieces so that they're able to work the most effective for you. So they're not countering one another. You don't want to take your pills and have some of them not functioning. When you take them and they open up in your belly and they go together, your body knows how to separate them themselves. So I love that. So the first thing I want to talk about is our powder capsule. The powder capsule is all of our B vitamins, all of our water-soluble B vitamins. Now, this is important. Your B vitamins are part of the way. Thank you. You guys, all these compliments, you're confusing me. I can't work and smile at the same time. Thank you. I'm feeling good. My weight is doing good. I can't wait to tell you guys about that when we do the call here in, 2 weeks. So anyways, water-soluble B vitamins are all in there. Now, your B vitamins are part of what give us clarity. They're part of what makes our mind work the way it's supposed to. So thoughts transfer, and a thought is sent, and it can be picked up and used again. Your B vitamins are, every single time you get stressed out, you use up vitamin B. Every single time. Every time somebody irritates you, somebody cuts in front of you, something doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Every time you feel your heart pattern, you're all like anxious and getting excited. That's using up B vitamins. So they're in there, and it's the right form. These are all food form B vitamins. It also has all your mineral chelates in that capsule. So things like your zinc and your selenium, your copper, manganese, chromium, magnesium, these are all in there. And in that same blend, so you understand this isn't just a bunch of chemicals put together. It's not what we got going on. This is coming from things like Atlantic kelp. This is your PABA, it's your lipocene. That's what is the red that you get from like tomatoes. That's part of that going on. It's got spirulina algae in there. It has your barley grass. So all of these parts put together. In addition, it's got the Ninja wolfberry powder. So we talked all last month about Ninja red. We talked about our Ninja zinc. We talked about our Ninja, what's the other one? The nitro. Yeah, because I always have that right here. Nitro's always handy, right? and it's that ninja wolfberry that's in there. It's also in that first capsule that we're talking about. So these are all water soluble. So they are in a food form so our body can use them. And I love that about it. So our body gets all of its goodness from there. Then we have our liquid cap. Now the liquid cap is our fat soluble. This is things like our vitamin A, our vitamin D, our vitamin E, our vitamin K, and they are mixed in a fat capsule. And in there we also have the essential oil of turmeric. So grab your turmeric and put it on. It has our cardamom in there. So it's got our ginger, it's got clove, it's got fennel. So I'm going to use a couple of those right now. I'm going to put on some clove. This is Clove Vitality, so you can eat that. It's in that liquid cap, so you're getting that in there every single time that you take it anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. After I fell with my dog, the great experience we had there, I was living on clove. Woo! Thank you. I was living on my clove, so I am down to my tiny little bottles that I was applying. It's very warming, very soothing. We also have fennel. Fennel is an essential oil that's in our liquid cap, and it just makes me so happy that it's in there for multiple reasons. Fennel historically has been used for anything tummy. It's just very comforting. We've got our Fennel Vitality. It's anything from your mouth to your anus. It's a great oil for your fennel. But fennel also, one of the things that it can do, so this is our topical fennel, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it specifically right here over my thyroid, over my thymus, over my parathyroid, and down my chest. I'm going to breathe that. And that is fennel. And I want you to know fennel has some amazing properties when it comes to emotional health. Is emotional health important? It is. One of the things that fennel does is it allows us to release some of the garbage. And it allows us to speak our own truth, to identify who we are, what we want out of life, and it's already in the master formula. It's an amazing oil. Y'all need to do a study. This is like a $15 oil, excuse me. It's like a $15 oil, and I'm telling you, it will change the game for you, just this oil. And I love that Gary already has it in there because we need to know who we are. We need to be able to speak our truth, be us authentically, accept who we are, and be happy about it. And fennel is one of those. The other one I want to point out real quick is ginger. Ginger, this is another one that is already in that fat capsule. So it's able to allow our body to use things more effectively. And again, ginger, mouth to anus, right? It's working on everything. Historically speaking, it always has. Now this is topical ginger, so you can take that ginger. Oh my gosh, it smells like Christmas in my house right now. The clove and the ginger, and it's just delicious. I gotta put some on my belly right now. I gotta do my thing. Don't be looking, right? All right, so that's our ginger, our clove. They're in there. They are amazing additions, amazing additions. And again, I'll say them again because I know I said it fast. So it's turmeric, cardamom, clove, fennel, and ginger right in that fat soluble capsule with our vitamin A, our vitamin D, our vitamin E, our vitamin K. These are important nutrients that we just don't get. We need to fill in the blanks. Then we have that other caplet. So our caplet is food. So get this. There is broccoli, onion, camu, apple, tomato, acai, elderberry, carrot, mangosteen, blackcurrant, raspberry, bilberry, kale, garlic, and so many other whole foods. That's the color that you're going to see in there. That's from our Spectra TM fruit, vegetable, and herb blend. And in this tablet, you're also getting our water-soluble vitamin C is in there. You're getting calcium, potassium, choline. Listen, these are important. Calcium, potassium, magnesium. These are ones that help the electrical current in our body. That electrical, and if you don't think we're electric, what do they do? If somebody has a heart attack, what do they do? Right? They charge them up because we are electrical. They do that charging that they do literally stops the heart, and it hopes that it starts coming back and beating on its own in a normal rhythm. That's what they do because we're electrical. And things like potassium and magnesium and calcium, it's all a part of that. Think, what is it when you work out really hard and you have to drink your electrolytes? The electrolytes help with the electrical current, and we have those electrolytes added into this capsule. In addition to it, we have things like choline. Choline this is the precursor to ATP, right? This is is the creature. Now, if you don't know what ATP is the energy unit that your body uses. It's what makes you want to move. It's what lets you move. It's what lets your muscles do stuff. It's what makes you want to move. That is our energy currency. And choline, it's a precursor to that. So when you're doing that and you're seeing all this, it's huge. In addition, this is where the FOS is. This is the prebiotics. This is the food for the prebiotics. It's in there, so it feeds your gut flora, so your gut flora gets moving. So I seen a question that said, does somebody have to take Super B when they're taking their master formula? So the answer is yes and no. You can get some vitamin B in here, but is it going to be enough for what your body needs if you're going through a stressful time in your life? Probably not. Most of us have a lot of stuff going on, and Super B is one of those that I've said a bazillion times. I could teach a 3-day class just on the importance of vitamin B in your body. So if you're having to pick and choose, you're like, oh, what do I do? Get your master formula. It fills in all of these blanks. And then if you can add an extra Super B a day, that's a great bonus. Add 2 extra Super B. You know more about you than anybody else. In addition to that, in this capsule are a ton of trace minerals. Again, this is the way for you to get the minerals even though you won't take your mineral essence because it's icky flavored, right? This is a way for you to get that blended in so that you're getting those little parts and pieces because you have no idea which piece is missing in your lifestyle. So what makes our vitamin Bs in our master formula unique? Because they really are unique in this. They are all food extracts. So these aren't a synthetic form. These are all a food extract. So because your vitamin B is water soluble, what that means is your body doesn't store it for later. So when you take or you eat something that has your vitamin Bs in it, your body uses what it needs and it does everything it has to do, and then we urinate out the extra. This is something that has to be done on a daily basis. We have to make sure we're getting them. And it's not just one. You've got your B9, you've got your B12 in the right form. So those that have methyl issues, these are in the right form, so they're going to work for you. Here's your B5, B3, B2, B6, B1. Those are all already in there. So healthy, shiny hair, skin that looks beautiful. Those are your B vitamins going in there. And that's when the excess. See, the excess comes out in our skin and our hair and our nails. But what it does on the inside so that our mind is working more effectively, that's the stuff that we don't get to see. I didn't see any of your questions, you guys. It wasn't showing up. So if you have more, you can redo them. Let's see. And vitamin B is also, different medications can use up excess vitamin B. So if you're on medication, you might need more for the, just to counter that stress again. And vitamin Bs are not absorbed the same by every single person. This is why I can't just go, okay, this is exactly what you need, because all of our bodies have a different history. We all do different things. We have different exercise. We have different temperature, different climates, different homes, depending on when your home was built, what chemicals were used in it, what's still leaching. That's why it's so different. You're just going to love this one. Y'all just got to trust me. You got to try this. Let's see what else. Oh, I also want to tell you this. Our vitamin B is all It's a certified organic food-derived folate that's in there. So for those of you that have had questions about that, it's really important. No, somebody just said, is it true that you're wasting nutrients when your urine turns yellow? No, you're not wasting them. Your body's finally functioning like it's supposed to. Part of that lining in your stomach that you have it needs certain vitamin Bs. When it doesn't have it, I can't go there. Just trust me, you're not wasting it. Your body's doing stuff with it, and that's why you see a little bit of a transition that takes place there. So it's not a waste. It's a sign that it's doing what it's supposed to do. Then we have our vitamin D3. Now, I love this. Our vitamin D3 that's in our master formula. Now, we've got D3 in a couple different products that Young Living has, and they all work synergistically together, so you can take all of them, and you don't have to worry about getting too much. Now, this is a vegan. I love this. A vegan vitamin D3. So for all my vegetarians that are out there that can't usually take, like our Omega Gi's has a fish vitamin D, and they're like, oh, I can't take that, I don't do fish. That's okay. You can take our master formula. You can get those bits and pieces, including your vitamin, your B12. So you're getting those parts and pieces. And our D3 comes from lichens, L-I-C-H-E-N. So it's not coming from your traditional animal source, but it's a high quality vegan vitamin D3. What just happened? Everything just paused. I hope that I'm back on with you guys and it's working. Give me some hearts or something so I know that we're working on here. I'm just going to keep going and hope that it's recording. I don't know why I paused. Okay, and our vitamin D3, so you know, is non-GMO. It is plant-derived. Yay, it's still working. It is free from sugar, wheat, gluten, dairy products. This is an amazing addition, and it's already in there. And we need a lot of vitamin D. Your body, when you are out in the sun, and you're outside doing your thing, you can make like 20,000 IUs of vitamin D3 in 20 minutes. So we need a lot of vitamin D3. However, most people, when they're tested, it's like 40% of the people are deficient in vitamin D3. So that's a big deal. And and that's for fair skin. If you have darker skin, you're probably 70 to 80% deficient. 70 to 80% of people with darker skin are deficient in vitamin D. So it is one of those things that you have to. And why do we need D3? D3 helps with cognitive function, so our brain does what it's supposed to. It helps with your immune system, which is huge. It helps to build strong bones, muscles, healthy hormone function, all of those things, because D3 is a pro-hormone, which means it's a precursor to lots of the different things. So it's exciting to know that it's in there. And we hit, like I said, it's in our omega guys. It's a different type. It's in here. So overlapping, maybe your body's going to absorb this vitamin D3 better than it's going to absorb the animal. Maybe somebody needs the animal over the, I don't know, because our bodies are different. That's the beauty of being able to layer things, because like in our omega guys, it has D3, but it also has CoQ10. CoQ10 is something your heart has to have. So they're different parts and pieces doing different things. And truthfully, we need them all. We need all those different parts and pieces to go through and give our body what it needs on a regular basis. So that's pretty much it. That goes over all of the different ones that we have in there, why it's in there, what we're going to do with them. And all you're going to do is make sure you take one sachet every single day. One sachet every single day. And if you're one of those that you're not going to remember till later in the day, throw a few of them in your purse. Throw them in your backpack, so you have them and you can remember to take them. They're just a great addition. Go home, play with them. If you have not experienced them, put them on your order. When you partner this one with that Ninja Red that we were talking about before, you talk about filling in all of those gaps, because it has so many water-soluble antioxidants in there. Then you can throw in your omega guys, so many different things. All right, we will be on next week, probably around 2 o'clock. It just depends on what I have scheduled that day. So we will be on next Tuesday, and I don't even remember what the topic is. It's been so long. Let me see if I can see. What month are we in, guys? We're in April. So next week is omega guys. So those of you that want to know what all is in omega guys, we're going to be talking about it next week and how it partners together with the things we've already talked about. All right, y'all, love you much. Share it. Tell the world. The world needs to know that Young Living is different. They need what we got. Talk to you later, guys.